Every night, millions of people lie in bed scrolling through their phones, answering messages, or watching videos. The room is dark, but the screen glows brightly. What most people don't realize is that this small habit may be confusing one of the most important systems in the human body, the internal clock that regulates sleep, hormones, and metabolism. And when that clock falls out of sync, the consequences extend far beyond simple fatigue. Some scientists now describe this condition as physiological jet lag, a state where the body's biological rhythms are constantly misaligned with the natural cycle of day and night. Deep inside the brain sits a tiny structure called the suprachiasmatic nucleus. It functions as the body's master clock. For hundreds of thousands of years, this clock relied on a single signal to stay synchronized with the environment: sunlight. When sunlight reached the eyes in the morning, the brain would trigger a cascade of biological signals. Cortisol rises, body temperature increases, metabolism accelerates, alertness returns. As the sun set, a different hormone would begin to rise: melatonin. Melatonin tells the body that night has arrived and it is time to rest, repair, and restore. This daily rhythm is known as the circadian cycle. For most of human history, it worked perfectly. But modern life introduced something the human brain had never experienced before: artificial light. Electric lighting allowed human activity to extend far beyond sunset. And more recently, digital screens introduced a powerful form of light that closely resembles daylight. This is known as blue wavelength light. Blue light is particularly effective at signaling the brain that it is daytime, which means that when we stare at bright screens late at night, the brain may interpret that signal as morning. When blue light reaches specialized receptors in the eye, a message is sent directly to the brain's internal clock. The signal is simple: stay awake. As a result, melatonin production is suppressed. The body delays sleep, and the circadian rhythm begins to drift. This is why people often find themselves feeling alert late at night while using screens, yet strangely tired the next morning. But the story does not end with sleep. Circadian rhythms regulate far more than the sleep cycle. They also coordinate metabolism. Hormones such as insulin, cortisol, and leptin follow daily patterns designed to match natural feeding and fasting cycles. When circadian rhythms become disrupted, these metabolic signals can begin to malfunction. Studies suggest that chronic sleep disruption and nighttime light exposure may reduce insulin sensitivity, making it harder for the body to regulate blood sugar. Over time, this metabolic misalignment may contribute to weight gain, fatigue, and other health challenges. In other words, artificial light may not only affect how we sleep, it may influence how our bodies process energy. Imagine flying across multiple time zones every week. Your brain would constantly struggle to adjust. Hormones would become confused. Sleep would fragment. Energy levels would fluctuate. In many ways, this is similar to what happens when circadian rhythms are repeatedly disrupted by late-night light exposure. Except in this case, the travel is not geographic. It is biological. The body exists in a constant state of circadian misalignment, a condition some researchers refer to as physiological jet lag. Today's environment makes circadian disruption easy. Smartphones, tablets, televisions, LED lighting. Many of these devices emit strong blue wavelengths designed to mimic daylight. Combined with late-night work, irregular sleep schedules, and indoor lifestyles, the result is a world where natural biological rhythms are constantly challenged. Our technology moves faster than our biology can adapt. The goal is not to eliminate technology, but rather to restore balance between modern tools and ancient biological systems. Simple strategies can help support circadian stability, reducing screen exposure before sleep, allowing the eyes to experience natural sunlight early in the day, maintaining consistent sleep schedules, and creating darker environments during nighttime hours. These small adjustments can help the brain recognize when day begins and when night truly arrives. Human biology evolved under the predictable rhythm of sunrise and sunset. But modern life often blurs that boundary. Understanding how artificial light interacts with circadian biology may help explain why so many people struggle with sleep, fatigue, and metabolic imbalance. Sometimes the solution is not adding something new, but simply restoring the rhythms that guided human life for thousands of years. If you enjoy thoughtful explorations of wellness, human biology, and conscious living, consider subscribing to Wellness Hubnest for more videos exploring the hidden forces shaping modern health. Thank you for watching and stay safe.